left up there. Which is the class due today. Recording. We're gonna have to proactively because of lighting. Found out lived in a house on it. Area going to have seem to be interviews that will take, but I am destroyed after on the ship. This is more about safety and actually structure down the control really in the what we're all in addition even if I'm thinking outside out it coming up with like that is a huge gate. Look at foundation event to some example in some hearing skinwalker, you know, it and what's called of course the higher rate of my god the German southern fleet under mention anything on element. You automatically assume that that's like the Celtic country phenomenon. Here's people very hard with what. So I said, well, yeah, I was a very beauty and feelings now that Richter's manner and market reality 4 foot in a point.
Okay, everyone. Everybody wants me to narrate what I'm doing, so I'm gonna start doing that. Okay. This is a undecorated Walters 50-foot high cube box car, and I just put the grab irons in right here, and it took me 55 minutes just to put those in. I had to drill the holes. I drilled it with hobby set drills that I bought at a bead shop because hobby shop didn't carry them. I glued them in with, let me see, GS Hypo Cement. GS Hypo Cement, I glued them in with, and the car I'll be making, I'll show you on my website, is a SSW high cube box. It's not the exact same car. This is a flat-sided box car. The one I'm making is a rib-sided, but close as I could get. And it's nice. I'm not going to use this same road number. I'll just make one up. That's the one I'm going to be doing on the one side anyway. Okay, the next step in painting the car, I'm going to put a layer of light ghost gray Model Master enamel paint in my airbrush and spraying the car with that for a base coat before I put the blue paint on. And I'm going to time everything so I can give everybody the actual time of actually working on the car, because I don't really know myself, so I like to find out how long it takes to actually do the work on the car, not cleaning an airbrush or putting on grab irons. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. Time-lapse footage. Okay, I just put on the light ghost gray undercoat paint on the car, and if you notice here, I'll point out that if you can see it, the airbrush will spit out water and create little bubbles in your paint. So what I do, and that is try to wipe the bubbles off, the water bubbles, before they dry too much. And if you don't, it doesn't matter, because you'll be weathering your car anyway, so to have a perfect paint job ain't much of a problem, and it adds to the weathering effect if you don't get it all. So what I did was I just scraped off the bubbles right here, and you might think, oh my god, I just screwed up, I gotta do it all over again. But no, you don't have to, because this is just an undercoat, you won't see nothing. But if it was on a main coat, I'd just wipe the bubbles off, and that'll be weathering right there, and you can go over it with paint. I'll show you later how to do that. Okay, I found a new blue, and it is Testors Acrylic Gloss Blue. I didn't really want to use anything gloss on this because I want it to look rough and weathered. And gloss don't really cut it. But that's all I got, so I have to work around it, and I got 100 ways of doing that. So that's what I'm gonna use. But, first, rubbing alcohol is a must in everything. I'm going to run this through my gun to make sure it's working, because you don't want to pour the paint in beforehand, because getting the paint out of the little bowl sucks. And then having to find out why it's clogged up. So I'm going to run... Alright, we got to add the alcohol to it, because it's not working. Okay, ready to go. Big hunk of red paint clogging up my air gun. Cleaned it out, tested it, and it's good to go. So, pray, more pray. I'll zoom in a bit. You want to hold the gun back. If you get real close, then you start getting little ripples and water things. And if you hold it back, you get a less gloss. And more of a flat texture. And if you go close, you get a glossy effect. If you go back, you get a flat matte type effect. And of course your water spurts, which is a constant battle of stupid bullshit that you gotta deal with. But we'll get by it. As you see, water spurts. This is just the first layer, so it doesn't really matter about them. Let them dry. You don't have to worry about it. Right now, turn it around. There's better ways of doing this, which is what I'm not doing right now. The paint should be a little thicker. It should be enamel. I'm using acrylic. But either one's alright. If you get the water spurts, it's not bad. Just go over it again when it dries and it'll cover up the spurt. It's an ugly mark I made on your beautiful paint job. You don't want to do too much all at once, because it'll start to beat up and you'll start running down the side of the car. That's not good. Just a light layer right now. Go back and do it again. And it's usually pretty much dry by the time you get to there. You're done your one side and on to the next.